Hi friends, my name's Katie, and today we're going to be doing my Spookopoly, I can't say that word, my Spookopoly TBR for 2023. For those of you who don't know, Becca and Her Books does like a Beccaopoly or a Spookopoly and all those fun things, and normally I participate, but I've never really shared my TBR on any of my social media, but that's gonna change today. So bear with me as I do my first video trying to put this together. So what I'm going to do is Becca does it where she starts off where she has 5 rolls, and if she rolls doubles, she will add another roll. So basically that means no matter what, I will be having 5 books on my TBR. And of course, I'm sure I will roll some doubles, but there is a whole board. I'm doing mine digitally, so you will see this in a minute here, but I'm doing it digitally so I don't have to print everything. I'm going to use my Strange the Dreamer pin as my little person, and I do have dice. I do, which is very exciting. So we're gonna get into it. All right, so for our first roll, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Community shelf. So that's one of the cards. So for this, I'm going to actually use my TBR jar that I already have, so I don't have to make the cards. Oh, so we have a debut author. Can you see that okay? All right, so for book 1, I chose the prompt debut author, and for this I'm going to be choosing The Hurricane Wars. This is a debut. It is a fantasy book. It is focused all about a war. It has a magic system. We've got enemies to lovers. I believe there's also like an arranged marriage, and these two who do not like each other very much have to form an alliance to end the war, but then also there is this bigger evil that is coming, and they have to work together to be able to stop it or prevail. So that is the book I'm choosing. I've heard really good things. I'm obsessed with the cover, and you know I'm a romantasy girly, so I cannot wait to read this book. All right, now we're on to spin 2, or roll 2. And guess what, guys? It's doubles. So I'll be doing another spin. So we are going to 12. Whoops, we were on community shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have pumpkin spice. For book 2, I got pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is to choose a spicy book, a book that you're excited about, might be an anticipated release, or contain a favorite trope, or, you know, a spicy book. So for me, a book I'm so excited for in October that I have mentioned many, many times, and that I'm sure will be spicy, is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I have been so excited for Beau's book for so long. It's got everything I could ever want, so I know it's going to deliver. I know there's going to be spice. I know it's just going to be a great read for me. All right, roll number 3. Okay, we have 8 again. Big book, over 500 pages. The next book we have, I rolled a big book, so over 500 pages, and for that, I will be reading The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I have read book 1, and I've read the novella, and I even started this book. I don't know if you can see. I started it very, very briefly. I just put it down, didn't pick it back up, got distracted, because it is a chunky book. It is over 600 pages. It is, let me see, maybe not over, it is 600 pages. So it's a big book, you know, not too bad, but still up there. So it does require a little bit of time, and I just wasn't in the right mood. Basically what I can tell you about this book is it really takes place exactly where book 1 left off, which kind of left everything in pure absolute chaos. You are following the 2 main characters from book 1 as they try to navigate their new relationship, basically what life is going to look like for them now based on the choices and actions that they made in book 1. And It's going to be angsty, messy, good time. This also follows vampires for those of you that don't know. I find the system and the world very unique and interesting, so it is time to finally finish this. Even though I'll be very sad, but it is time to do it. My best friend will be so excited. She's been waiting and waiting for me to finish, so it's time. For spin number 4, not spin, why do I keep saying that? For roll number 4, we have 7. We have TBR Vet. So the book I chose for TBR Veteran is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I've wanted to read this book every single spooky season, but I always get distracted and I don't prioritize it, and that ends now. This book is happening. What I can tell you is basically this is about a case of summoning a ghost who just so happens to be the ghost of a bad boy. And the more that these two characters spend together, the more that they kind of realize like they don't want the ghost to go back. So it is a male-male romance. I'm very excited. I love it. It's got everything. It's got ghosts, it's atmospheric, and it's probably going to be one of the best romances. So I'm very excited to dive into this book. Roll number 5. We have 9. We were on TBR Vet. We have Spooky. Then I landed on Spooky. And so for this, it just means to choose a spooky book for you. I kind of interpreted it a little differently. So for me, I wanted to go with like spooky vibes. It's not actually a book that's going to scare me. And because I kind of tweaked the rules, I decided to pick 2. These will be a reread for me. I've decided to read Hooky Volume 1 and 2. Basically here you are following young witches. They are twins. They miss the school bus to their magical school and chaos ensues. It is a crazy, messy, wonderful, good time. The illustrations are wonderful and magical, and I love all of the characters. And there's also this prophecy looming around and a lot of decisions to be made, and I just really enjoy it. Volume 3, I think, is going to be the conclusion, and I'm very sad. But these are webtoons, actually, and I am a big, big fan of webtoons. I just love that more and more webtoons are actually being published and released so I can own them in physical form. If you haven't read these series, I highly recommend them. They are absolutely perfect for spooky time. All right. Roll number 6. It could be the last one. I don't know what our chances are. All right. It is our last roll. 7. I kind of feel sad that this is the last one. Roll dice roulette. All right, so we've got 9. I have to look at the rules to figure out what this means, so give me 1 second. All right, so I'm back. So I looked it up. So for the roll dice roulette, we rolled a 9. And so on the sheet, it shows that that gives you a range of the page number you need to read from. So for me, I have to read a book between 425 pages and 474 pages. And for our final roll, we got the roll dice roulette, where I said I had to read a book between 425 and 474 pages. And there is no surprise that I am tweaking this roll just a little bit, but tweaking it on the other end. I'm not reading less, I'm reading more because I want to fit this onto my TBR. And that is Wolfsong by TJ Klune. I have not read this book yet. I actually have not read a single TJ Klune book. I've heard really good things, and I feel like this is going to be perfect for fall vibes, perfect for October because we're following werewolves. So another male-male romance. This book actually, so how I say that I'm tweaking it a little bit is because it's actually almost 500 pages, so it is on the higher end, but I think it's going to be a perfect addition to my TBR. What is about, it says, the Bennett family has a secret. They're not just a family, they're a pack. Ox was 12 when his father taught him a lesson. Ox wasn't worth anything and people would never understand him. Then his father left. Ox was 16 when the energetic Bennett family moved in next door, harboring a secret that would change him forever. The Bennetts are shapeshifters. They can transform into wolves at will. Drawn to their magic, loyalty, and enduring friendships, Ox feels a gulf between this extraordinary new world and the quiet life he's known. But he finds an ally in Joe, the youngest Bennett boy. Ox was 23 when murder came to town and tore a hole in his heart. Violence flared, tragedy split the pack, and Joe left town, leaving Ox behind. 3 years later, the boy is back, except now he's a man, charming, handsome, but haunted, and Ox can no longer ignore the song that howls between them. So I just think it's going to be beautiful, and I've heard really, really good things about all of these books, honestly, but I put this one off for so long, I think it's definitely time. All right, guys, so these are the 6 books that I'll be reading for my Spookopoly. I think that's how you say that. Gosh, it sounds so weird to say. I'm really looking forward to this TBR. Granted, we all know I have lots and lots of books I'm excited to read in October, so there will be more than these 6 books, but for my first time filming my Spookopoly TBR, I'm very excited with the choices I have. I'm very excited to see how I do. If you made it this far in the video, please let me know what you will be reading, if you will be joining, or just a book that you're really looking forward to read in October. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.